Hi guys, meeting you all after 2 weeks. Last week I thought to give the class, but because of the term tests, I thought leave at them here. Am I audible? Okay, okay. Actually, some of you all had uploaded your assignments. I checked a few. I'll do check the remaining as soon as possible. Chat. Mm. Ammar, I don't understand what you're telling. Okay, so what did we learn last week? Can anyone remember? CSS. Did everyone get the idea of CSS, or does anyone want to recap it? Just because we are here after 2 weeks, does anyone want to recap CSS? Yeah, okay. So I think you can see my screen. Okay. So last week we broke CSS into three. Okay. Can some of anyone if you name it? What are the three? How does CSS divide into three? Yes, internal, then inline, external. Okay, so these are the three main types of CSS: internal, external, and inline. So if you take inline, some of you all might mix up internal, external. I think most probably all will be able to differentiate it. But when it's come to internal and inline, most of you all will find it difficult to like identify what type of CSS is that. So to identify, remember like this. Now let's say you're going to a party. Okay, now let's say you're coming, you have a party today and you're coming home. Suddenly, you're just picking off the clothes where you're going. Suddenly, not planning anything, not pre-planned, same spot. You're getting to know that there's a you already they have told you now. You like remembered it. Then what about your So after that, you're immediately going to the party by just picking some clothes. That kind of an approach is inline. Inline means you don't pre-plan. Like for example, so I can tell me what are the code of the colors. So I'll tell you. So for example, inline. So we used inline where in this code? Is it this element or this element? According to what I told now, what does inline most suit? The body or the style? Inline means not pre-planning. The suddenly, yes, exactly. The 10th line. So inline means you don't pre-plan. You just if you want the change, you just put it inside that angular bracket, the first code. So internal is like something like for the party you're preparing the previous night. The previous night you're keeping all the clothes ready, ironing the clothes, picking up the watch and everything you planned and done, everything internal. That means that you're planning for an extent. So here you can see we have plan style. We have given a plan. Okay, external. It is like for the party, you're preparing like 1 week before. You're booking a style designer. You're like choosing your suits and everything. You're pre-planning everything like weeks before. It's like external. So we haven't used external still in our codes. We'll be using a major external CSS called Bootstrap by next week. Next week we'll be installing VS Code, setting it up, learning all the shortcuts, and we'll move to Bootstrap. So then you all know actually what you all are learning now. This is not how a real world programmer develops websites. if you're going to develop websites like creating style for H1, if you put color here, then for body to make the background dark, if you want to type this much code, then it's not possible to make a website. To quickly make a website, you can't. If you're gonna, okay, external is like this. So let's say you're going to a party. No, I said, remember this incident, like you're going to a party today. Now, for the dress which I'm gonna wear to the party, you have planned it like weeks before. Like I'm gonna wear this. You have booked a style designer to design it. Like you have pre-planned everything in a more past, back past. So that's so in internally we include the style documents. Or you like this. So you include the style element inside the HTML file. External, what y'all do is y'all create a new file called CSS, and these codes you have make codes stick. Y'all go and paste there. Not paste, actually type there. Okay, these codes all will be typing here. And what you will be doing, y'all will say this code. Okay, this is a code. This code y'all can link it here. Y'all learn how to type it. Method type करना है. Method link here there link spreadsheet link rel madala. You can like link that that CSS file into this HTML document. So the benefits of using external CSS, it's like this. Now let's say you have multiple web pages which use the same style. Now let's say you're creating a home page. Okay, let's say this is the home page. Let's say I made this using typing every CSS part. Now I'm using for this, the background is dark, the text is white, the button is green color, like that I'm using. If I'm going to program everything in the as an internal one, then when I go to the dashboard, then again I will have to program this background dark, text is white, then this button is blue. Okay, I have to program everything. But if you use internal, you can't. You must do everything manually. Like for example, if you type, I'll show you. For example, if you type mm, uh, like 20 lines of code here, you must paste the 20 lines of code to there if it's like a duplicating style website. So internal is not majority used. Internal is used in some instances. We will learn that when we are going into Bootstrap. So did you all understand the difference between internal CSS, inline CSS, and external CSS? How to upload code in the website? Y'all can go to this link. I have sent you all a link in the WhatsApp group as well on how to upload your code. It's a detailed scribe. So you all can go to this website, collaborate.web.lk/code. Then from this page, you all can head to the dashboard. Then you all can go to host HTML. You all can choose the HTML file, and we have saved our files previously. One of those files, you can select it and click on open, and you all can click on upload. Then after uploading, you can come to view uploaded practicals page. Then you can see your project here. So I made a small change here. If you all want to open your page, you can click on the open button and view your page. Actually, one guy was, I'll do smart. I saw one project that was, yeah, this was nice actually. This one, and I think Rehab's one was, you all have added some content. Some of the guys just like me. Title at the some of the guys had added more things and done. So that's one of the good works you all can do. So external is like this. Reduce do. Oh yeah, I saw your website last week, I think. Last was. So external is like this, Usman. If you see, can you see that we have used a style element here? Do you understand, Usman? Do you understand what is internal CSS? Okay, you understand what is internal CSS. The link is for Alif. Mm. Okay, you understand what is internal CSS name. Okay, so that's okay. So now external CSS, for your easy remembrance, keep it like this. External CSS means you don't include it inside the website. So internal CSS means you have your HTML file here and you have your style element here. That means you have your CSS codes inside the HTML document. That means inside internal. Keep remember it like that. So external means you keep this thing in another file. You understood that? Actually, these both codes won't come. I'll explain to you all later. Did you understand that? Internal, you'll include inside the HTML file. External, external means exterior, like outside. You'll include it in another file outside. Can you understand that part? Okay, perfect. So now we are getting this code and putting it in an external file. So once you put in an external file, now you have to like use that code here. To use these external codes inside your HTML code, you use an element called link. Use a tab called link, and then you will link it. You'll learn it in the next few classes. I just wanted to give you all an idea about internal and external. Otherwise, there's no use in being in the course without knowing the types of CSS. So that was, I think, a 3 mark question in your last week's worksheet. Okay, so everyone got until there. Perfect. Have you all tried making this CSS website? How many of you have completed it? Raise your hands, let's see. How many of you all completed this CSS assignment? More, uh, only two of them. Three. Okay, three of them. Mm. Okay, so today we are going to learn another one of the important content to include in your website. For now, I want you all to create another new HTML file. Don't worry, I promised you all, I think last week that you all don't have to type these codes after you get into VS Code. That's true. I will be going to VS Code next week. So click on new, open the HTML tag, and some of the main mistakes. Some of y'all sent me the codes. I noticed. Okay, some of the main mistakes y'all are making. Some of them leave spaces like this. Is it correct or incorrect? Can you leave spaces like this? What do you all think? Can you leave? Wrong. Yes, it's clearly wrong because HTML is one word. Y'all can't leave spaces. So some of the other mistakes are, yeah, y'all are having like this. Mematino. Y'all can't do like this. HTML is one word. So y'all have to keep it. HTML is one word. How is it? Inside the HTML tag, there are two types of tag which you include. Inside the HTML tag, there are two types of main tags which you include. What are those? Exactly, the head and the body. The head, the body. These are the two types of codes that you include inside the body tag. Sorry, inside the HTML tag. Should be name the file. Yeah, you can name it how you want. So inside the head tag, what should we include? Yes, the title tag. Okay. Another mistake which I noticed when you all are opening and creating tags, either make sure you know the spellings. You all don't have to memorize it. You all don't have to memorize the spellings. It's not even required. Epa, don't need to memorize. You all can just visit Google W3 schools. You all can visit and get the code. I'm also planning to add option in my website, but you can visit W3 schools name. So code you all don't have to memorize. By practice, you all will get get the code. So code you all don't have to memorize. When you practice, you automatically memorize the code. So don't worry about that. Today, we learn something called HTML tables. So I'm gonna name it as it's more of us. I'll name it as tables. I'll put my name Ammaar Ghani tables. Perfect. So I want you all also to name like this. Okay, then once you have named it, I want you all to press Control S. See this step carefully. Everyone, stop coding and see this step carefully. Most of y'all messaged me regarding this issue. Most of y'all had messaged me regarding this issue on how to save. Look at this carefully. To save in Notepad++, you all can see something called the extension here. If you save your file as a txt extension, you can't open it as a website, as a web page in your browser. To open it as a web browser, what format do we save it in? Exactly, HTML. So I'll go here. If you all are not lazy enough, you all can scroll down and find HTML, yeah, hypertext markup language file. You all can click on this. Or if you are lazy, you can triple press H, then it will come to hypertext markup language. Then you all can click on it. Understood? Perfect. So once you chose the save as type HTML here, I want you all to name this. Look at carefully. First, put your name. I want you all to put your name and the project name. For example, this is tables project. So I want you all to name this as uh, HTML tables. Okay, name this as your name space HTML tables. Quick, come on. Once you're done typing this code and saving your file as HTML tables, raise your hands in the participants list. I'll give you all 2 minutes for this. You all should actually like type this like a gun, man. You all have been doing this for 3 weeks now. Meanwhile, if you all have any doubts, you all can post in the chat. If I haven't replied to some of the WhatsApp messages, I'll actually get back to you all. I was busy last week because of my exams. So I'll get back to you all this week. Yeah, sure. Okay, two of them are done. What about Akif, Alif, Dulain, Marshall, Nasma, Banjuda, Rihab, Sajad? Quick, quick, quick. I can't give you all more time for this. So I think Hashain has just joined the meeting, I think. Hashain, you have to type the HTML skeleton, give a title as your name and tables, and you have to save it in your directory. Okay, done, done. Marshall, raise your hand. Quick, 1 minute more. I'll just give you all 1 more minute. Quick, quick. Yeah, yeah, actually, I fixed my camera. The old one was like shuddering like hell, so fixed a new one. Okay, so first, is there any one of you here who doesn't know what a table means? Is there any one of you here who doesn't know what a table means? Everyone knows what a table, no? What a table is, you all know what a table? I don't need to show you a table. I'm so sorry. Make a name a table. Table chart. You don't think, see, this is a table, you all know, right? Table. Done, no? Okay. To create one of it in HTML, look at here. Well, uh, I can't draw straight lines. What's this? So let's think this is a table value. Okay. So in a table, what do you all call for the horizontal separations? What do you all call this? Wait a minute. In a table, no, not field, a field that's called a field in a database. Sorry, that's not a field even. In a database, this is a record. In a database, uh, it's a record. Columns are actually fields in databases. Yes, correctly, Akif. It's actually rows. So these are rows. In a table, these are rows. I'll just finish my, just quickly. Okay, what do you all call these vertical separations? Exactly, they are columns. So one thing we have here is the rows. Okay, we have rows here. Another thing we have is a column. You all understood both of those? Any of y'all here who doesn't understand what a row and a columns mean? Because this is very important. If you all can't understand this, it will be extremely hard. Perfect, ne? Okay, perfect. So in an HTML, you create a table by opening the table tag. Sorry. So this is an open and close table tag. In an HTML file, you open a table tag and close it like this. Okay. Did you understand that part? Look carefully, then I'll give you all time to code. Okay. So we have now created a table. Now created a table means it's like this. We have created something like this. Okay. We have created something like this. Now to create a row like this, to create a row like this, the code we all use is TR. Okay. TR means table row. Table row. Understood? TR. So you open a TR tag and close a TR tag. So this TR means it's one row. TR කියන්නේ එක row එකක්. ඒක තේරුණාද? Perfect. So next, so we have one row here. Okay. We need in a total of three rows. One, two, and this is the three. Okay. So to create three rows, the same thing. You'll open a TR tag, close TR tag, open a TR tag, close TR tag. So this is my first row, second row, and third row. Did you all get that part? Perfect. Now tell me, if we take this as our table, our headings will be in this. Our descriptions will be in this. Do you all agree that? That means we have to show a differentiation between our heading and our table descriptions. Perfect, ne? So our first row, if you see, our first row is a table heading. If you see our first row, it's a table heading. You include the heading here. So what I do, I'll put table. So TR kya damane? Table heading. TH. TH stands for table heading. Perfect. So y'all, some of y'all will ask me, now we defined rows like this. Okay. We define rows like this. Now how do we define columns? What do you all think? How can we define columns here? Now, did you all get the part that to include three rows in this project, we have to open TR tag three times? Did you all get that part? First, tell me. Okay. Then, what do you all think we have to do? Hmm? Okay, I'll tell you all the thing. Now, for sample showing, I'll delete these codes. I'll just keep one TR. Okay. To show you all like a comparison, I'll just keep one TR. So you can understand the table tag opens here and closes here. Then we have one table row. We have one table row, and the first table row is going to be our heading. So I gave it as TH. I'll name the heading as name. Let's say I'm gonna recreate this thing over here. No, epa. I'll create a table like this. Student's name, uh, name, subject, and marks. Okay, let's create something like that. So first thing I'm gonna give it as a name. So I'll save the file and show it to you all in my web browser. You can see it. Mm, can you all see something called name has appeared here? Can you all see? Can you all see? Come on, guys. I want to reply. Only few of them are actually replying. Yes, you all can see something called name. Sajat, if you have done, then you have to wait. Did I tell you all to code now? The main reason for half of you all to send me WhatsApp messages and ask your coding errors is because you all don't listen to when I do the class. You all try to quickly grab this code, copy it in your file, and you all try to like do it before everyone. There's no purpose in doing before everyone because you're here to learn. You're not here to like display your skills. If you all want to display your skills, just send me a WhatsApp message. I'll send you some hackathons to participate. Then you all can participate in those, and you all can improve your show off your skills. If you all are really doing like that, if you want to learn something, stay here and learn. So if you are learning, that means first learn it. If you all know, just there's always room for improvement. So you all can learn it again. So now you all can see I have included one row TR, and I have included a thing called name. So now to increase the columns, leave those things apart. Now to increase the number of columns, you add another TH inside the TR. I'll give it as our structure was name, then subject. So I'll name it as subject. I'll save it. Then I'll reload my file. Can you all see another element? Sorry, another column called subject here. Perfect. So the way to increase columns in a website, in a web page, is by adding more elements, more tags to the tr tag. Okay, so that I'll check it to the tr tag. Understood? Sajat, actually, you have just made a normal table like we'll do something better today. See and enjoy. Okay. So you all saw that some of you are asking why make a column line එක නෑ කියලා. Think of an Excel file until you like put rows put like that. What you say for that? Are borders ne? Until you all put those borders, you all won't get that lines. Just wait. Now did you all understand that you all have two columns here, one called name and subject. Yeah, most of you all have understood. So I'll add a next column. Okay. I'll add next column called marks. Okay, I'll refresh it. Then you all can see name, subject, marks. Got it? No, don't copy. I'll give you all time to copy. Just look at how it works. After you understand the structure, first, if you understand something very well, when you're learning something, if you understand it very well, if you give 100% of your attention in learning something, you have very less chances to forget how the procedure works. Unless you're having some disease like no amnesia or something, you all won't forget it easily. So next, so now we have done creating the first row, name, subject, marks. So now we have to create our second row. But tell me guys, do you think our second row will be heading or descriptions? Heading or descriptions? What do you all think? Our next row would be description. Exactly. So in the row one, we use TH to denote table head. In row two, we will use TD, table description, to denote a description. So now I'll type something called name. Let me take as Amal. I'll refresh it. Then you all can see something called Amal has come here. Can you all identify the difference between the title table heading and the table description? It's an easy contrast. What's the difference you all can see between the table description and the table title, table heading? Yeah, it's the boldness. You can see the table heading is bold and the table description is less bold. Okay. So now to create another column for this, I'll add the code called Amal, the TD. Then I'll give his subject as maths. And let's say his marks is, let's give him a 96. Sorry, 96. Now I'll go and check it, whether it's displaying it properly. Can you understand that part? Perfect. Now let's add another. Now we have, if you see here, we have completed the row one. We have completed the row two. Now row three is also going to be description. For that, you can actually copy this code. This TR code is there. You can copy it, paste it, and I'm just having some sort of OCD, so I need everything in a proper order, clean order. So I just keep it in a range order. So it's better to read your code later. Easy. So next character, I'll name it as Bimal, will you? And I'll tell his science marks is 85 gala. Let's check it. You all can see Amal science 85. Sorry, Amal maths 96, Bimal science 85. Two descriptions are here and one title heading is here. Okay. Now another main thing for some of y'all are like thinking without lines, it's not a table. එමති ගොඩක් කටයන see lot of y'all have messaged me, where's the lines කියලා? Where's the border කියලා? So to include a border, what y'all do, it's not a big deal at all. To include a border, you have the table tag name. You have this table tag. Inside the table tag, you go here. Inside the table tag, you go here, create a space, type border. Got it? Type border. Once you all type border, you all have to type equal symbol, attaching it with the border. Remember again, I saw some of your codes. It's like this. If you all have it like this, it won't work. For example, let's check. I don't know whether it will work. It's working. It's working. For the example, like in the SRC code, in IMG SRC, I noticed some people had the codes like this. So when I imported it into the Notepad plus plus, it didn't work. So there are instances it won't work. So I always recommend you all to keep it attached. If you want it neat, you all can leave it like this. Okay. So now once you all are done typing the border, you all can see a beautiful Kiana. We are going to make something better. We have only a few minutes left. We'll try to make something better. So we're going to make something like this. So I'll give you all 3 minutes. Quickly copy this code. Once you're done copying the code, I want you all to go to the website and upload your files. I'll be checking your errors and letting you all know. So here's my code. You all can copy it. I'll actually go and check the ones who have uploaded the files. So once you all are done, raise the hands in the participants list. Sorry, uploaded it into the workspace, then raise your hands in the participants list. For now, no one has uploaded, so I'll lower all of your hands. Once you're done, raise the hands in the participants list. Meanwhile, if you all have any doubts, you all can drop in chat box. Marshall done. Marshall, I can't see your code in the website. Do you upload it? Raise your hands when you have once you have uploaded it so I can check your files whether you have any errors. I can check your code. Yes, we have. That's the main reason I'm not using external CSS now because each of y'all, when creating external CSS, you all have to upload both files into the website server. There's a small security issue, which if I let you all to upload a folder to my website, there's a small security issue. And it's a PHP stuff, so I'm not letting you all to upload a folder. But hopefully from week 4 onwards, it's next week, I think. Next week we'll get VS Code installed, learn the shortcuts, master the shortcuts, then we'll be moving to Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is like a URL. It's a CSS, open source CSS. So once we go to Bootstrap, we all can link it like that. I'll teach you all that in the next week. Mhm. Okay, two of them done. Okay, Office, perfect. Hashin, Marshall, Usman. Hashin, perfect. Marshall, your table is missing. Let me check what is your error. Actually, day 3 ke unna. You can just name it as table. It's fine. Marshall, your code is incomplete. The table, this is missing. The table code. I want you to type this code which is displayed in the screen. Complete it and raise your hand. Ammar is one. Usman done. Ammar is one done. Perfect. I'll give you all 2 minutes. Right? No, one more minute. Quick, quick, quick. No. Do you all want more time or shall I move to the important part? Right. Sure, if okay, one time, move on. Okay, I'll give you all a few more minutes. We have we'll be moving to CSS in a while. Okay, Alif, you can upload it later. Okay, Vanjida, who is the third project HTML guy? Actually, when you all are naming the HTML files, you all don't have to put the thing called HTML because it automatically fills it. So you can just type as your name, day 3, something, and just save. You don't have to put the HTML thing. Okay, Vanchita, perfect. Nasma, perfect. Nasma, next time you're renaming the files, I recommend you to name it using your name and then the project name. So it's easy for me to grade you all in your assignments. I uploaded Rehab. Perfect, Rehab. Okay, enough time. Let's move to CSS now. Enjoy, Rehab, enjoy. Okay. So now what I want you all to do is remove this border equal one part from your code because we are going to do it using internal CSS rather than inline CSS. We are going to use internal CSS. I'll show you how. Okay, I want you to remove the border equal one, so it will look something like this, a plain plain. So once you're done with that, I want you all to leave a space and type class class equals. Let's give it a name as tab design. Y'all can give any name you like. You can give here any name you like, but make sure you don't leave spaces. Put like weird thing, symbols. Don't put any symbols like plain text name. Give it a name like this. So inside the table tag you give class equals table design. I give it a step design here. So once you're done like that, I want you to go to your head tag and open the style elements style tag like last week. Open the style tag, close the style tag. This is Notepad++. Sajad, I think you have VS Code. You can use VS Code because next week actually we'll be moving to VS Code because we are moving to Bootstrap next week. So that will be needing VS Code. Actually, you can do Bootstrap using Notepad++, but I want you all to show the experience of a real time web developer, like how a real developer designs. They don't use Notepad, they'll like do fast edit VS Code. So I want you all to open a style tag and close the style tag and see carefully. This is a class. A class means like a specific style. You'll use it to denote the style of this table. So I want you all to give a full stop inside the style tag. I want you all to put a full stop and then copy the same thing, the same name, same spelling, same capitalization, everything same. Leave a space, open the curly bracket, close the curly bracket like this. Once you all are done like this, I want you all to raise your hands in the participants list. We have that was far. What about others? Quick, quick, quick. This is just a 5-second work. Class equal table design, open style tag, close style tag, dot tab design, space, open curly bracket, close curly bracket. What about Akif, Alim, Bihandu, Marshall, Nasma, and Sajat? Quick. What about others? Do you all need more time or shall I move to the next part? Okay, others are not responding, so let's move. So once you're here, now one thing we erased from our file, one thing we erased from our table is the border. Okay. So to include a border in an internal CSS, you all give the code. No, which border is, just give a second. Wait, don't do. No, it's actually like this. Okay. Once you all are here, okay, tape design. So the giving the border part, you do it in the next part. You give TD and TH and you all do the border part. I'll teach all that in a while. So once you all are here, to change, now you all can see this font style is like, how much of you like this font? Tell me. How much of you all really like this font so much? You all like my favorite font is this font here. How much of you all are staying like that? How much of you all hate this name font? How much of you all want to change? If anybody doesn't want to change, then I'll stick with this same font. Or if someone wants a change, I'll teach all how to include new fonts. Okay, 2 persons want to change. Why bang just change? It's actually to check whether you all are active. Oh, I can go and sleep now. Man. Amma, tell. It's okay. Okay. So once you are here, I want, sorry. Most of you had requested me to change it. So in Google, y'all can type as web safe fonts. Web safe fonts. Okay, then the first link you all will be getting is CSS web safe fonts from W3 schools. Then click on that, and you all can see some of the font lists here. Okay, what you all have to do is go to Google, search web safe fonts. Do it with me. Do it with me. Go to Google, search web safe fonts. Then you all will get the first option as CSS web safe fonts. Click on that, and you will be getting a page like this. Quick, quick, quick. Done. How much of you are done? Okay, perfect. So now in a website, you can use any font. You can use any font. You can link external fonts. I'm not going to talk about that now. You can link external fonts and something. And you can include any font, almost any font you can include. You have the font types, the extension called TTF. You can use those. And there are some web type fonts. So you can use those and include any type of font to your website. But, but there are some occasions where some web browsers don't support all of the fonts which you give. Sometimes you might have linked it wrong, so it might not work. So the fonts which are here, the fonts which are here, these are the fonts which will work for most of the websites. You all don't have to include anything. Mokut karan don't have. These are the fonts which will work to almost any of the websites. So you all can like see here the font styles. Okay. Now, what I want you all to do is choose any of the name which you like. Any of the name which you like. Okay. Choose anything which you like. Now, I want you all to go to your style page. Okay. Then type font inside the tab design open curly bracket. I want you to type as font family semicolon. This is two dots. This you call it as a semicolon. Then I want you to type the font which I prefer here is I'll choose Verdana. Okay. Type the font name and keep a semicolon. Semicolon means a dot, then a comma. Because most of you all I have seen in my previous classes, most of you all just do something like this. For this Mekadana, for this Mekadana, or sometimes for both Mekadana. That's wrong. For the first you use a semicolon, then for the first you use a colon, then a semicolon. Once you're done, save your code, reload your file, and you must see your new font glowing here, the color. Okay, guys. Now I'll lower all of your hands. Quickly do that change and let me know. I mean, to enter the font name. Actually, checking some of your contents. Done. Okay. So once you all are done, the next thing I want you all to do is, oops. Once you all are done, the next thing I want you to do is type another tab design. Another tab. You can use the name which you used here. And then I want you all to put TD, comma, TH, then open curly bracket and close curly bracket. Then inside this, I want you all to enter border, semicolon, 1px, 1px, then a semicolon. Quickly copy this code down. So if you all ask me what change it does this, it will add a border to your file. Ouch. Yeah. Okay, sorry. There's an issue here. So default, the border is, oh no, it should be black, ne? What's the issue here? Let me check. Just a sec. Give me a second. Yes. Solid, then yes, 000. Okay, sorry guys. So what I'll do is define mention the color too. I thought if it's default, I think yeah, there's no color mentioned in the default. So I want you all type border, then 1px, then solid is equals to #000. If you all ever wonder what this #000 means, it is black color. It is used to define black color. So this is the code. Saja, actually the link which you have copied is a local link. There's a difference between a local link and a URL. So send me a URL or send me the code in WhatsApp. I'll check it. So you can upload it to my code server and I'll check it. So guys, are you all done with this? Quick, quick, quick. Do you all need more time or shall I move to the next part? So quick, 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 quick. Done, done. What about this? Okay. Do you all need more time or shall I move to the next part? Quick. The class might go until 9:15 or 9:20. Perfect, Sanjida. Vanjida, sorry. So Vanjida, I think your board isn't working properly. Ah, I found your error. This is why I always say look carefully. I think you have included your border 1px code inside this tab design. But can you remember that I told you to create another tab design? TED, comma, TH, open curly bracket and close curly bracket. Quickly go and put it there. It should be inside the next tab design. It's the first one is just plain tab design. The second one is tab design, comma, space TED, comma, TH. So Rehab is done, Vanchuda is done, Nasma is done. I think Marshall is also done. No. Hussein is done. Dulen, this is the code. Okay, six of you are done, so I think we can move. Others are not responding. Others, do you have one more time? Okay, Dulen, sorry, Usman, if only the heading is being bordered in your code, it means that you have added, not added this TD, comma, TH. Dulen, send me a photo or I'll check your HTML file after the class. Manjita, perfect. Marshall, try to figure it out. Okay, here's the code. Okay, so next thing you have to notice here is that this is not properly organized. If you see this table, Dulen, perfect, Dulen, your code is perfect. If you see this table over here, there are gaps between the columns and the rows. Okay, Marshall, no, full coding, you can get it from the website after the class. You try to figure your coding. Try to figure your issue. Don't learn to copy and paste someone's code directly. Complete code. I just sent you the style CSS part to identify. So for you to identify that part of there. So if you want the full file means that means you haven't. I think did you upload the previous project? No one you didn't upload no. Upload color. You know here uploaded me. Then from that code. No wait. Make it करला नहीं आया. Yeah, code was empty here. So that means I think you haven't completed with what I was saying. Watch the recording and get things done. If you were listening, you had have typed the code. I gave time to type each code. So where did I? Okay, here. So now you can notice that these spaces are untidy. It's not nice. Now let's say you're getting a report card from your school and the table is like this. Is it nice? Annie. Okay, if you completed Marshall, send me to WhatsApp. I'll figure out your error. After the class, I'll stay and figure it out today. No issues. So to remove those borders here, the empty spaces here. I want y'all to go inside the tab design, inside the first. Remember carefully, it's not the TDTH part, it's the first tab design. After the font family Verdana thing, I want y'all to go next and type the code border dash collapse. Then I want y'all to put a colon and type collapse and semicolon. Okay, once you all are done, save it and check your file. Then you will notice that this is now pasted. There are no gaps remaining. Sajat, I am actually doing the class here. To check your code, I have to do it after the class. After the class, stay about 10 minutes. I'll discuss all of your doubts. Then that time, I'll check all of your codes. Actually, my WhatsApp is filled like hell, so I have to reply each and every message. So, to remove those gaps, you'll use the border collapse, semicolon, collapse. Okay, this is the code. Quick. You can copy it. Okay. Done. So next, you all can notice another major untidy issue here. So guys like who have OCD, like if you see this, it's not nice. You want it more clean, more precise and more clean. To do that, let me take my annotate tool. You all have to learn something called cell margin and cell padding. Remember this carefully, two words. Margin and padding. Don't do any other works. I want to explain. I have no chance to explain to you again. If you don't understand, you all have to watch the recording. So listen it carefully. There are two things. One's the cell margin and another is called the cell padding. Okay. Now let me take one of the previous example which any of you guys have done. Let me just go and grab some of your one. I'll take Rehab Rifki's one. So in Rehab Rifki's code over here. Okay, Marshall, upload it again. So I have Rehab Rifki's file here. Okay, now you all can see there's a cell called name. There's a cell called name. Can see, everyone can see there's a cell here called name. And you all can see, before I put the border collapse, there was another border. Okay, for wait, for all to understand more precisely, I'll just use something like this. Wait, I'll go to my blank page. Mm, okay, make a go. Then let's say you all have name no. Before I fixed it together, look at this carefully. You all have something called name. You all have something called subject. I'll just give it in short form, subject. And you all have something called marks. Do you all understand this part? You all have something called name. You all had something called subject. You all had something called margin. And before you put the border collapse thing, you all had gaps. Can you understand that part? Quickly tell me in the chat. I have to finish this in 8 more minutes. I'll let you all leave the class by 9:20. So quickly. Okay, y'all understood this part. So first thing, what a cell padding means. Cell padding means now you take the inside part of the cell. Now you take this part. Cells, you take this part below. Let's say you have the cell and you take the inside part, right? This part of the cell. Okay. When you take the inside part of that cell, the gap between the text, look at this carefully. The gap between the text and the border, the gap between the text and the borderline. Okay, the gap between the text and the borderline. You all call it as padding. Come again, what's it? The gap between the cell, the value, the data. For example, the name and the border over here, you all call it as padding. For example, if you take this code of mine, if you take this code, the cell padding, there's no gap here. Gap ekak naha. This you all will notice a gap because it's a default padding added. So here also there's no gap, no padding. So that means padding is zero in this code. Okay. Cell padding. Did you all get what's a cell padding? Cell padding means the gap inside a cell. Now, if you take this cell, let's say this cell you're taking, the gap inside the cell, you all call it as padding. Did you all get that part? Quickly tell me in the chat box. Did you all get it? Yes, 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 yes. What about others? Quick. Did you all get what a cell padding is? Okay, perfect. So next, what a cell margin is. What a cell margin. What a cell margin is. Now you take this, now you think this is one cell. Okay, this is one cell. This is another cell. This is another cell. Now I'll draw the below cell here, Amal's cell here. Okay, now you have the cells here. There are some of cells here. I just draw anything. So cell margin means the between gap between the cells. So this gap here, 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 the gap between the cells. For example, I'll just go to my code. I'll just remove all of this clutter from here. I'll go to my code and I'll remove this border collapse thing. Now you all will understand it better. Okay. Now you all can see the thing you all can see in between this thing, between the cells. This you call as the cell margin. Guys, I want you all to fully master this part because when we are actually I have planned to create a website like this with y'all. We'll be creating more website projects with y'all. I'll plan my best to create more projects. So my first project is to create websites, something like this with y'all. So without mastering cell padding and cell margin, it will be extremely difficult for y'all to do the upcoming projects. So tell me guys, did you understand what a cell margin is and what a cell padding is? Just confirm it quickly. Yes, yes. Is there any of y'all who didn't understand? Tell me it now and clarify it. Or else, in future, don't ask me to explain it again. Okay, perfect. I think all of y'all have replied to me. Perfect. So, now I'll just go and include my border collapsed code here. Just a second. There are drawings. Perfect. Okay, then I'll save my file. Then you all can notice the cap is pasted. Now, I want to add a padding inside the cell. Okay, I want to add a padding. To add a padding, what you all do is go to the second code. Okay, the tab design TDTH. Go to the second code. Go to the next line. And I want you all to type padding. Padding is equals to PAD, the spelling, I mean, PADDINGS. I want you to type the correct spellings. Some of the codes which you all have sent me had spelling errors. Some of you all got errors and sent me the codes. Most of them had spelling issues. Uh, Once you all type padding, I want you all to give a suitable space. I'll just give it as 10 px. 10, no, I'll give it as 8 px and save it. Give a colon, semicolon, save it, and then refresh it. You all can see a gap made here. Understood that part clearly? Now, padding means you know everything. Hey, money. And there's something called width. I think, let me check it first before telling it to you all. Because once I started doing bootstrap, I don't go much to styles, but okay. Wait. I'll teach it to you all. Now you all can see your website is like this. Sorry, your table is like this. It's not fitting the page. So let's see your website, your table is very small, hard to see. Now let's say some one of you want to make it for the full page. Okay, to make it to a full page, you add the code to first table design as width. Sorry. Width colon 100%, and semicolon. Once you all are done with that, you all can refresh and see it will fit the entire width. Or you all can adjust it even 80%, something like that. And if you all want to center something, I thought you all how to center an element. If you want to center an element, for example, I made this 80%. I made the width as 80%. And to center this table, the code I will use is a center tag. Between the table tags, I'll use a center tag. effects. Why are you so interested? That's actually because I want it to be neat. So I added a center tag here. I added another closing center tag here to make my stable center in the website. Okay, I added it to be center. So the question this guy asked me is, why did you like make it give the indentation? The reason for giving this indentation is to make the code easy to understand. And I want the main reason is I want everything to be neat in a web page so I can understand and read it easily. So copy this code quickly. Wait. Okay, and I'll teach all a quick trick. A quick, give me 2 minutes. I'll just teach it to you all. Now let's see. Let's say you want to change the color of this th tag. To change the color, and like what we did for CSS, you can remember last week for CSS in CSS day two mistake. Okay, we made the background dark and the text white. To do something like that to the th tag, what you do is open another dot tab design. Then in this time, give only th. Open and curly bracket, close curly bracket. Then give as what we used last week to name the background. It's background color. Background color. Colon. I'll give it as black semicolon. Let me check. Yeah. So background color, you use it to denote. Wait, in CSS, I forgot again. No, wait, I'll just CSS. There's a way to comment CSS. I think it's like this only. Okay, leave it. So background color is like that. Then to choose the text color, you could choose it as white colon, sorry, color white, then semicolon. Then once you refresh it, you all can see that the table looks like this. That's it for today. You all can copy the code and upload it. I want you all to save this file as control. You all can go to file, save as, and save it as your name space your name space CSS table and upload it into the website. That's your assignment for today, and that's your worksheet for today, actually. You'll be getting 10 marks for uploading it into the website. So quickly copy this code, and if you all have any doubts, you all can ask. Once you're done copying and uploading it to the website, you all can leave. Did you understand this part? Did you understand the lesson? Sorry. Here's the code. Did you understand the lesson today? I think the last part was a bit fast, but I think by week three, you all can adapt to that fastness. Okay, hope you understood and enjoy the lesson. See you all next week. You all can copy the code and leave. If you all have any doubts, you all can ask me in the chat box. So the guys who told me that they have some errors in their code, just drop me a message. I'll reply to you all in Zoom now. Marshall, your code is perfect. Fine. Upload the next code. Do it from scratch, then you will not have any issues. Tulane, your file is perfect. What is the name to upload? You can choose your name. So Banjuda, then you can put CSS tables. Don't need to type HTML, it's automatically typed. So your name space CSS table. If I enter the padding, my border is disappearing. Amar, send me a photo of your code. In Zoom, you can send it to me. You can choose Pin Shift S to select the part of your code and send it. Then Control V to zoom. Yes, you need to upload the code to the website. Yes, sure. Ammar, look at your code. Ammar, see, just a second. Ammar, look at your code here. Wait, wait, wait. Resume pausing. Then Ammar, look at your code here. I think Ammar is on. Yeah, see. Ammar, in CSS, after every line of code which you type, you have to include a semicolon. Include your semicolon and your error would be fixed. Perfect. So Dulen is done, Prem Kumar is done, Osman is done. Perfect. Osman. Perfect. Is it correct, the website, Usman? Yeah, Usman, your one is correct. Correct. Marshall says stable. Marshall, done, man, correct. You actually telling you had an issue? My text is not changing. Hmm. Okay. You have chose your font family name as serif. Is there any font here called serif? Tell me. Is there any font here called serif? Sorry. Here, just tell me. Where? You have to look at this, May. Only these are the font names. Okay. These are the font names, not any other things. Today, there is no Google worksheet. If you have uploaded the assignment to the website, then that's your 10 marks today. You have already got 10 marks, so perfect. So, Usman, the issue is you're using something called serif. You can't use serif. You have to use the Arial, Verdana, Tahoma, Trebuchet, Times New Roman, Georgia, Karaman, Fourier, Brush script, that thing. You have to use Marizwan, give me a minute. You have to use these codes. Got it? These names. Use it and check and re-upload it. You can actually, you can upload it to the second time. You can actually do like this. So you can go to your, sorry, you can go to the dashboard and for host HTML, you can choose the same file and click replace if exists. Then it will replace your file. So Ammar, here's the code. I uploaded the one which is in the bracket. No, you have to upload the before the bracket thing. Can you check mine, please? Yes, sure. Uh, Akif Ali. Akif Hafiz. Akif. The issue which you are having here is for the first row, you use something called th. Wait. Okay, okay. Akif, here's your code, Akif. Akif, look here. The issue you are having here is I told you all to include a new CSS element called tab design th only. Remove this td and comma here and save it and upload it. It will work. I'll try to do it myself here. Let's see. As you can see, if I go and delete the thing, if I go and delete that part from here, see, if I delete it, it's working. That color. How can you change our code? It's not in our computer name. It's actually called inspect element IS. I just used it to show that this part of your code is error. So remove that. Akif, do you understand? Remove that TD come apart from your code, it will work. So guys, take a screenshot of this code. I'm gonna end the meeting. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. If there's anything, get it. Get back to me in WhatsApp. I'm gonna have my dinner. Bye. Hope you understood and enjoyed the lesson. Take a screenshot of this. Hope you enjoyed and understood the lesson. See you all next week. Bye bye.